many tats, you can't even count them up. In the shop very weak, I can't seem to get enough. My aunt say my skin too clean to mark it up, but I'ma my whole body, I don't give a fuck. Got so many tats, you can't even count them up. In the shop very weak, I can't seem to get enough. Got so many tats.
I'm still trying to figure out what I want my YouTube channel to be. Trying to figure out what contacts I want to do. I was trying to do sports, and then I was trying to do movie reviews, but since I moved to DC, I have been very tuned into work, finally working in my field, and they pay me very well, so I can't give excuses. So I use my time wisely, and I'm prioritizing, and then prioritizing making videos is not it. So it doesn't make me less compassionate about it, but in this priority season, I don't know. But I want to talk about something different today, since I haven't really decided yet what this channel is going to be about. I want to talk about options. Options is a big word, and if I talk like suckling sucker's hash, I'm getting used to these retainers in my mouth, man. So it's a lot of hissing going on. Sorry. The word options means more to me now at 41 than it ever could have in my entire life. I say that because a lot of people don't have options, and options pretty much equates to goal. When a person has options, there are really no limitations. If 4 of these options, you have great credit, a nice amount of money, you're healthy, and you have no children, and you're not married, instead of considering that maybe you're behind in some way because you don't have the children and the husband, or either or, just understand that this still gives you power because it puts you in a position of options. It is what it is. You have to also remember that nothing that's for you has ever passed. Nothing that was for you has never passed on. That person who didn't choose you be the best to somebody else. It's all good. Yeah, if that is even the word of somebody choosing you, because you really got to choose each other, to be honest with you, just in my mind. But options, again, is something that a lot of people don't have. And when you have limited options, you got to wait for a minute. Like my dad, in his situation, had to wait for a little minute to be in this wonderful place of power he's in now. But he spent a good 30 years getting to that place, But, that's life. It happens. So, instead of looking at yourself as woe is me, that's messed up, options. It puts you in a position to win. A little story time for me. The job that I applied for, that I work at, the consulting company I work for now, I applied to them back in 2019. I wasn't a good fit. I didn't get the job. No problem. Kept it moving. Purchased a home in Baton Rouge right before COVID hit. So I got this nice house, working on the logistics side of my career. I'm happy, having a pretty decent time. Well, things were kind of coming to a stalemate for me. My 3rd year being in Baton Rouge and in my home, I was ready for something different. So I forgot what new moon came around, but I set my intentions, and I knew I wanted to live in the East Coast. I've lived in North Carolina before, but I wanted something different. So I'm thinking Baltimore, DC, Harlem, etc., etc. So I wrote 5 cities on the list, and I put it in my prayer box. I put it on my ancestor altar, and I kept thinking about it over and over and over and over again to manifest it. Well, when it didn't happen, I didn't get discouraged. I just figured, well, maybe it's for me to stick it out here because it's something that my ancestors and spirit guides can see that I can't. And I'm cool with that. As soon as I made peace with that, I get an email from this exact company in March of 2022. And they were like, yo, you applied for a job in 2019. You weren't a good fit, but we have this position now where we really need to fill it, and you per your experience now, you're a great fit. And it was on the strategic side. I'm an urban planner, and there's different facets of urban planning. There's strategic planning, there's environmental planning, there's transportation management planning, safety. It's so many things, multifaceted. But on the strategic side, you're actually working as a planner in the office with plans, doing deep dives, everything that comes with it, having your connection to engineering and construction, something I really was excited about. So after interviewing for a matter of a day, within the third day, I had the job. Where I'm getting with this is if I had children and if I was married and in a serious relationship, I would have known that my options were going to be dependent on who and how I was going to affect who. If I have children, I have to take them into consideration. If I'm married and my husband's been his job, which is maybe bringing in more money, or if not more money, he's been there longer, and due to the economy, if it's not a good fit for him to just up and move on and fly somewhere with me, and the kids been in a whole different environment, all that crap, those options would have limited me. I could have just went for it with the family and all of that, but then you have to, again, consider all these different considerations that may come about this move. Options is what I had. Good credit, a little change saved up, support from my parents, in a seller's market with my home, and no boyfriend, no husband, nobody to consider for me making this move. I accepted the job, and I've been in DC now going on 7 months, and I love it. I'm this close to selling my home. Had to take care of a bunch of stuff with that, but the way I'm living now compared to literally 7 months ago is like night and day. And it's because I kept a high vibration, knowing that at some point it was going to attract to me. And then I come back and I realized, like, okay, so I actually did manifest the city on the East Coast, and that was DC. DC was the best option because of its elevation. It doesn't get as much snow as New York, because Buffalo got thrashed. You got thrashed. And it wasn't even cool. I wanted to press charges against the snow for you, baby. But that's for real. It was just perfect. The DMV don't owe me nothing. Virginia right there, Maryland right there. It's a wonderful thing. I live in the Navy Yard, so now DC is more expensive, but depending on how much money you make expensive, that's conditional with that word. Depending on your options, if you have kids or if you're in a serious relationship, is it expensive for you? If you're making such and such amount of money here? But only thing I like about living in DC is you got to pay for parking everywhere. But it comes with the territory. That's why I'm moving to Maryland. But again, options. For the young people or the old people, whoever you are, if you have those options, you are winning. You are winning. Okay? So grab a hold to that and be easy. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't trip on yourself. Nothing that was meant for you has passed you by. Absolutely nothing. But I do encourage you to vibrate extremely high so that you can attract to yourself, within the law of attraction, the reflection of you and all the different ways that you don't have to work so hard on a relationship. And that's it, man. Don't try to force nothing either. I learned that time ago, years ago, but still, don't force nothing. Don't do that. It's not a good look. Ah, man. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it. Because I was thinking earlier, somebody had asked me, do you have, a situation where it's the one that got away? No, I don't think that way. When I was younger, I did. But I understand at different levels of consciousness that some people don't really take in. Like example, I believe in past lives. Some people just say, hey, religious dogma over here. We believe in this and that. Cool, believe in what you want to believe in. But I just don't think so low of myself. I don't think that low of myself to think that I'm the only one of billions of people on this planet, and in the multiple universe, there's not the light beings. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy to me. But whatever. So going back to what I was saying, I don't believe that there is one that got away. It was supposed to happen. And now this person has made another wonderful woman extremely happy because what I did not get with you, now this other person now has it. It was a blessing for her. But I don't look at it as a curse or a bad thing for me, because nothing that was meant for me has passed me by. That goes into exactly how atoms turn, how the world turns 360 degrees. As they say, what goes around comes around. Everything, like time is linear, but we cut time up by just putting time on it literally. Because if not, the days will go on and on and on. The sun is going to go up and the sun is going to go down. But that's because everybody within this 24-hour span has to give their sun the best way that they can. I don't know. I think it's Antarctica or Australia, where it's like sun 6 months. Might be Alaska. That's horrible on my geography. My apologies. Yeah, man. And that's why there's also a theory when it comes to time that past, present, and future all exist at once. I kind of get that. It's a little out there, but I kind of get that because it is so linear. Nothing new under the sun. We see things over and over and over again. So what I'm saying is we're such a powerful force, soul-wise, that entrapping ourselves in certain mind frames is just, it's asinine. It's beyond me. You know, like feeling like because you're a particular race, you belong within that race. And I'm not just talking about dating. There are some people that feel like they can't move on or shouldn't move on because they owe so much to the black community. No. Or because you feel like you owe so much to the Filipino community. No. You are your own light body, your own experience. It may be some things that we don't like or can't stand, but it's your own experience. So I don't believe that there's one that got away. I don't. I believe that whoever I didn't like or didn't like me, they are a great person for someone else. So, yeah, man. Well, that's pretty much all that I have while I'm sitting here trying to figure out what type of videos am I going to focus on. Am I just going to talk about life stuff? Or am I going to try to get back to the movie reviews? Maybe just pop them in there once in a while. And maybe just do any and everything. And based off of the thumbnail, people going to watch it or they not. Thinking I might do that. Because I want to do a review of a couple of movies that I've just seen. Well, if you like this video and you have any questions about living in the DMV, what is it like from a woman from the South and from Louisiana, obviously. How is it living out here with the people? What are the men about? That might need to be a whole different video by itself, because these niggas out here is fine as a motherfucker, baby. Let me tell you. Big chocolate beard. That's all I'm gonna say. Those 3 words. Big chocolate beard. And it's all flavors out here, but I'm gonna tell you. And one thing I really do like about being in the DMV, the dating scene, bruh. I can't keep stressing this enough. The dating scene is for real out here. But you're dating professionals. I've been to a couple of professional mixers where there's like professionals up and they're really networking. For real. You know, where when you meet somebody, the first thing they ask you is, what do you do for a living? I didn't get a lot of that in the South. All I got was, man, what's up, man? Hi. It's a different experience. And once again, if I didn't have the options, I wouldn't be able to come out here with the help of my parents. But not having anything to hold me down or hold me back to be able to move around. And a lot of people don't have that and wish they did. And some of them, they have it, but again, it's limited. So be the master of your own fate. For real. Vibrate as high as you can and attract all that good stuff to you. Alright. That's all I have for this video. Hope you have a wonderful day. All the best.